Have you ever watched a guy walk into a room? Maybe he isn't the best looking. Maybe he doesn't have the flashiest clothes. But within minutes, all the attention is on him. The women lean in. They laugh at his jokes. They chase him. And you're left thinking, what does he have that I don't? Or maybe you've had this experience. You meet someone, you're kind, you're respectful, you do everything right. And yet she loses interest. She ghosts your messages. She chooses someone else. Maybe someone who doesn't even treat her as well. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Everything you think you know about attraction, it's probably wrong. And the reason no one tells you these secrets, because society wants you to believe that seduction is about looks or money or being nice. But the real power, it's psychological. It's about awakening something in her that makes her want to chase you. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain. These are the secrets of seduction that no one will tell you, not your friends, not your family, not the self-help books. But once you understand them, everything changes. We're taught that attraction is a mystery, that it's about fate, about meeting the one, at the right place and time. That it's about being lucky. But what if I told you seduction isn't luck at all? What if seduction is a skill, a learnable, repeatable skill, that you can develop, refine, and master? You don't need to be born rich. You don't need to be a movie star. You don't need to be 6'4", with a jawline carved from stone. You need to understand how desire works, how to tap into the emotions that create obsession. And the best part, once you know the secrets, you don't chase, you attract. Let me take you back to when I had no clue. I was the guy who thought seduction meant being the perfect gentleman. I was the guy who sent good morning texts, remembered birthdays, listened for hours, always said the right thing, and for a while I thought it was working. The women I liked would smile, say I was sweet, but that's where it ended. I'd see them later with guys who didn't treat them half as well. I'd be the shoulder to cry on, the safe guy. There was this one girl, let's call her a beautiful, smart, the kind of woman who lights up a room. I did everything I thought I was supposed to. Compliments, small gifts. I made myself available. I thought I was showing her how much I cared. And one night, after walking her to her door, after a perfect evening where I thought I finally broke through, she looked at me, smiled, and said, "You're such a good friend." That night, I realized something had to change. I became obsessed. Not with chasing women, but with understanding why. Why do certain men seem to have this magnetic pull? Why do some guys leave women craving more while others, like I was, get left behind? And what I discovered turned everything upside down. Here's the first secret no one tells you. Right arrow women don't fall for men who try to win them over. Right arrow, they fall for men who make them feel something powerful. Most men focus on logic. If I'm nice plus I do the right things plus I show I care equals she'll want me. But attraction doesn't work that way. Attraction is emotional, it's primal. It's about how you make her feel in your presence. Let me be clear, I'm not saying you shouldn't be kind or respectful, but kindness alone doesn't create desire. Comfort doesn't create passion. What creates passion? Emotional spikes, challenge, unpredictability, intrigue, the feeling of being seen, not just complimented, but understood. Most men play it safe. They avoid tension. They avoid risk. They think if they're nice enough, attraction will magically appear. But the truth is, playing it safe kills desire. The first real secret of seduction is this: right arrow without tension, there is no seduction. Seduction is a dance between comfort and uncertainty, between closeness and mystery, between making her feel desired and making her work a little to win your attention. Think about it. The most unforgettable romances in your life, the ones that kept you up at night, were they calm and predictable? Or were they filled with moments that made your heart race? Women crave the same thing. When you create tension, you create emotional engagement. And emotional engagement is what keeps you in her thoughts long after you're gone. Seduction isn't about fancy cars or six-pack abs. Those things might get attention, but they don't create connection. What creates connection? The way you speak to her mind, the way you awaken her imagination. Neil Strauss said it best: seduction is not about looks. It's about emotions. It's about creating an experience. When you tell a story that draws her in, when you ask questions that make her think, when you share a moment that makes her feel like you see the real her, that's seduction. That's what makes you unforgettable. Here's another secret the naturals know, often without realizing it. Right arrow, the most seductive men master the art of push, pull. What does that mean? It means you create a rhythm of giving and taking away. You show interest, then you tease or challenge. You give her attention, then you focus on something else, making her want it back. You flirt. Then you playfully withdraw, creating anticipation. This emotional roller coaster creates highs and lows that make you addictive. I remember meeting Elle, a woman who was used to being chased. She was beautiful, and men would fall at her feet. Instead of showering her with compliments, I challenged her. When she bragged about something, I'd smile and say, "Is that the best you've got?" When she tried to get a reaction, I stayed cool, confident, and then, when she least expected it, I'd lean in and whisper something that made her melt. That combination, challenge plus moments of unexpected warmth, kept her coming back. She told me later, "I never knew what you were going to say next. I couldn't stop thinking about you." That's the power of push, pull. So how do you apply these secrets? Start creating tension, tease, challenge, don't always agree. Playfully create moments where she wonders what you're thinking. Speak to her imagination, don't just ask what she does for work. Ask what she dreams about, what adventure she's dying to have. Paint pictures with your words. Use push-pull dynamics, give attention in doses. Be warm, then playful, interested, then slightly mysterious. Be the source of emotion, make her feel something new when she's with you. Laughter, excitement, curiosity. Lead the dance, be decisive. Plan things, take charge. Women are drawn to men who create experiences. Today, I challenge you. Stop chasing. Stop trying to win over with logic or gifts or approval. Instead, start creating moments. Start becoming the man who awakens emotion, who brings excitement, who leads with confidence and imagination. When you do, you'll see it. The shift, the texts come faster. The glances linger longer. The women who once overlooked you start seeing you differently. Because in the end, seduction isn't about tricks. It's about becoming a man who makes her feel alive, and when you do that, she won't want to let you go. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that when a person reveals everything too soon, your interest fades? That's because as human beings, and especially in seduction, we are drawn to mystery. We are addicted to the unknown. You see, the mind is wired for curiosity. When a woman knows everything about you within an hour, your job, your plans, your deepest thoughts, where's the excitement? Where's the discovery? Seduction thrives on mystery. And here's the secret no one tells you. Right arrow, the more she has to wonder about you, the more she thinks about you. It's not about lying or playing games. It's about not putting everything on the table too soon. Share pieces of yourself slowly. Let her earn deeper layers of you. Let her fill in the blanks in her mind. That's where attraction grows. I remember a woman, we'll call her T. We met at a mutual friend's dinner party. She was magnetic. Kind of woman who could hold a room's attention with ease. I didn't do what the other guys did. I didn't shower her with compliments or try to dominate the conversation. I asked one question that changed the energy entirely. What's the one thing about you that no one here would guess? Her eyes sparkled. Wouldn't you like to know? I smiled, I would. But not tonight, and I left it at that. We talked, I made her laugh, but I didn't push. I didn't try to win the night. The next day, she found a way to message me. She wanted more. Why? Because I let her curiosity work for me. That's the magic of mystery. Here's another secret no one teaches in school, but every master of seduction understands. Right arrow seduction isn't about facts. It's about stories. Facts are boring. Stories create emotion, and emotion creates connection. When you tell a woman a great story, you take her on a journey. You awaken her imagination. You make her feel, and remember, the goal of seduction is to make her feel. Let's break this down. A seductive story has emotion. Don't just say what happened. Share how it felt, the tension, the thrill, the uncertainty. Sensory details. Describe the sights, sounds, smells. Make her see it in her mind. A twist, a moment that surprises, that keeps her hooked. A hint of vulnerability. Share a moment where you weren't perfect. This makes you relatable and real. Instead of saying, "I went hiking last weekend," say, "I was hiking this trail I hadn't tried before," the kind where every turn looks the same. At one point, I realized I hadn't seen a marker in over an hour. The sun was dropping fast. For a second, I wondered if I'd have to sleep in the woods. Then I heard this sound, this rustling, and I froze. Turns out, it was a deer, not a bear. But my heart didn't slow down for minutes. See the difference? You're taking her on an emotional ride. Now let's go deeper into push-pull. The real masters of seduction use this dynamic almost like music, creating rhythm, tension, and release. Playful challenges when she says something bold. Smile and say, "You're trouble, aren't you?" Or I bet you say that to all the guys. Unexpected compliments. Don't compliment her looks right away. Instead, notice something unique. "I like how you think." Or "That's an interesting way to see the world." Micro withdrawals when things are getting flirty. Suddenly shift attention. Look at the menu. Comment on something happening nearby. Let her feel the brief loss of your focus and the desire to get it back. Reward the effort when she engages, teases back, or invests in the conversation. That's when you give warmth, approval, or deeper attention. There was this one night I met E at a music event. She was used to being the center of attention. Instead of piling on the admiration, I listened. And when she finished a story she clearly thought would impress, I smiled and said, "Is that the best story you've got?" She laughed. She was intrigued. No one had challenged her that way. Later, after we'd talked for a while, I looked at her and said, "You know, I wasn't sure at first, but you've got a way of surprising me." That mix, the playful push, the unexpected pull, made the night unforgettable for both of us. Trying too hard to impress. Seduction is about connection, not performance. Over-texting or over-messaging. Desire needs space to grow. Rushing intimacy. Seduction is a dance. When you rush, you ruin the tension. Being predictable. Predictability kills attraction. Women remember the men who surprise them. Failing to lead. When you hesitate, she feels it. Confidence and decisiveness are magnetic. Slow down. Let conversations breathe. Let mystery build. Be present when you're with her. Really see her. Listen, engage, lead, plan, suggest. Be the man who creates experiences. Focus on feeling. Ask, "How can I make this moment more exciting, more playful, more memorable?" Embrace tension. Don't fear the pauses, the challenges, the moments of uncertainty. That's where seduction lives. Right now, I want you to choose. Will you keep doing what doesn't work, chasing, over-explaining, trying to impress? Or will you step into a new way where you become the man who creates desire, who draws people in, who lives in her mind long after you say goodnight? It starts with a choice to lead, a choice to own your power, a choice to master the secrets no one else will tell you. Seduction isn't magic, it isn't luck, it's an art. Art of understanding emotion, tension, and connection. And the good news, anyone can learn it. Anyone can master it. Because the man who learns these secrets becomes unforgettable.